Okay, so today I'm doing a Bohemian off-the-grid type house. I've been watching a lot of those videos on YouTube lately, and I really wanted to try it myself. I got the inspiration for, of course, the front of the house on Google, like I do with pretty much all my builds. Is I look at the front of a house, I create that, and I just wing it when it comes to the floor plan and the back of the house and everything. I did want it to be a pretty small house, and I did want it to be 2 floors. I envisioned a hippie family living in this house. I think I did so I was thinking like 2 parents and 2 kids, and they would be raising their kids like very off the grid, kind of minimalist. Their house is kind of a little bit junky, like bohemian, but in a good way. But they have a lot of stuff. It's still quite cluttered, and the movie Hangout stuff the pack came in handy for this build because I actually ended up using a lot of that kind of stuff. It kind of fit the theme really well. Of course, I struggled with the roofing tool because don't I always? Except for the glass roofs. Those are always easy because I just do an angled roof and then make it glass, and then it's good to go. I have been obsessed with glass roofs lately. I think that any build you see me do for at least the next month will have a glass roof somewhere in the build, because lately that's been my thing. I can't get enough of them. I think it's just such a cool tool that we get, and there are so many different ideas for it. So many different themes of houses. I was kind of thinking of having like mismatched windows and like round ones and square ones in different colors, but then I kind of thought, like, I did kind of play around with that a little bit, and then I was thinking like, no, it doesn't look like this janky off-the-grid bohemian house. It just looks like, I don't know, it doesn't look good. It wasn't fitting the way that I wanted it to. And I also kind of struggled with what kind of roof pattern I should use as well. But I went with, I think I actually ended up changing even this one to like a darker black color. And I also ended up adding a greenhouse to the side. I was going to do the greenhouse not attached to the property at all, but then I looked around and I was like, oh, I pretty much took up the entire lot with the house, so there was no room to put a greenhouse. So I do end up putting it on the side of the house. As for colors, yeah, I did want to do more with the colors. The front of the house is purple, the door is green. Like, there is some pops of color on the outside. Once you get inside, there's a whole mess of colors. But for the outside, I played around with different colors, and I just really wasn't feeling it. And so I ended up doing this. Also, there's that chimney there that I built, but it's not real. Like, I think the sink ends up being where the chimney is, so there's no actual fireplace in this build. But there was none that are small enough. Like, that was just like a 1 square chimney. Usually they have to be at least 2 long for a fireplace, and I just did not feel like messing around with that. So I just kind of left it how it was. So I think, oh yeah, the roof trim. Okay, so it's coming together. To me, a house just doesn't look complete until you have the roof trim. That's when I'm finally like happy with it. I wanted to have that like wraparound porch idea, so it does go from the back all the way up to the side in the front of the house. And I think there's some little details that just don't match right now, but in the end, I think it all works out pretty well. I think I did envision doing this on a bigger lot. After I built the house, I was like, wow, there is no room to put anything. And I don't know what I wanted, really. I kind of wanted like a beekeeper, like an area for that. I wanted a greenhouse, clothesline. So I was able to do all those things, just not in the like grand scale that I was picturing. But I could always do a different off-the-grid house that's just a lot bigger, and maybe even a more upscale. Like, this one's kind of like, it's a little junky, because it's very cluttered and mismatched, and it's a little junky, but I don't know, I really enjoy building it, so I might actually do another build that's just a lot nicer. Like, when I googled like Earthship and off-the-grid homes, I found some that were like ultra modern, super modern, like solar panels on the roof, and some of them were so cool, and I was thinking like, no, I just did a modern build, I want to do something a little bit different, and that's what I've been trying to do lately, is just different themes, different builds. Here I am playing with the windows. None of them fit the way that I wanted to, of course, but yeah, so I'm trying different themes right now. I don't know what the next one will be. I don't have anything in mind. I'm still in a building mood, though. I still want to do this, and also I've been getting positive feedback on my build, so that really feels good. And in my last build, I was taught the modern desert home. I was talking about how my husband said that he played The Sims when I first met him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I played The Sims," and he sucked. He did not play The Sims. That's basically what the moral of the story was. He said he did, but not in the hardcore scale that I was thinking, because I was thinking like, oh, you play The Sims, but like I make a freaking lifestyle out of it. I've always been addicted to The Sims, and so I thought he really meant that he played The Sims, but no, he didn't. And he showed me a house that he built, and it was a square with like no roof, and like it was just the worst house I've ever seen. And I was like, yeah, I built this, and I was so unimpressed. And so my friend Jessica commented and said, because I was telling her, I told her that once I got to 100 subs, I would tell my husband about my channel. And then she commented saying, that should be your 100 sub video, is getting him to build a house. So I really like that idea. So I think what I'm going to do is, when I get, I'm definitely going to do this. When I get to 100 subs, I'm going to make a video of him making a house, and I'm going to get him to like research it beforehand, and like if I turn it into a competition, kind of, then he'll be like, oh, okay, I'm going to make something really good. Because I want him to really try, and because it'll be funny and we can laugh at him, because even if he really tries, it'll be horrible. So if I can get him to really try to make a build, then I want to record it and make a video of it, and during the video I will tell him about my channel. And then everybody can see his reaction, because, I mean, obviously I haven't told him for a reason, because I don't know what his reaction will be. He's not going to care, I don't think. He's told me before that I should do it. It's just that I don't want him to watch my videos. You know what I mean? Like, it's my thing. Let me do my thing, and, like, don't get involved. I know it sounds weird, like it's my husband, we're supposed to share a life together, but this is just something I want to do without judgment and without, I don't know, I just want to do it myself. I don't want him involved, but I think once I get to 100 subscribers, it is kind of hard not to tell him, because there's such small milestones and accomplishments that I get. Like, this morning I woke up and I had 1 new subscriber, and I was so happy, and it kind of sets my mood for the day, seeing that I get like comments or a like or a sub. Just so many good things, or a message from someone saying they want to collab with me on YouTube. Like, that makes me so happy, and I want to share that with him, but at the same time I'm like, no, it's just not worth it. I still want to keep it to myself, and I find that my friend Jessica is my go-to for that, and if I didn't have her, then I don't really know if I would be able to do this, because I do need somebody to talk to about it, and someone to like share these exciting things with. And I just know that I'm not worried about him judging me. I'm just worried about him pressuring me, I think. Like, I just want to do this at my own pace, and I want to just do it whenever. Like, I don't know. I want to do this myself, and I really don't want him to get involved. But I know that by the time I hit 100 subscribers, I'm definitely going to want to tell him. Right now I have 24 subscribers, I think, which excites me so much. I cannot believe that 24 people have seen my videos and thought, like, yeah, I want more of this. Like, that just makes me so happy. And so it's tempting. Like, I do want to tell him, because I mean, that's what you're supposed to do in a marriage. You're supposed to share these exciting things. But at the same time, I'm like, no, it's not yet. I'm not there yet. I still want to enjoy this and have this to myself for now. One day, you know, he might find out before then. I doubt it, because he doesn't care about like Sims videos. He doesn't watch them or anything, so I doubt it, but he could find out. But I would much prefer to be able to tell him, and I'd much prefer to be able to tell him in a video, because I think that would be kind of cool. And also because I want to see what he can come up with for a build, because I know it's going to be crap, and we can just laugh. And it'll be funny, and so that's my goal, to get to 100 subscribers. I don't know if that's even realistic. No, actually, you know what? Of course it is, because I feel like anything you want to do is realistic. So I know that I can do it, and it might take me a while, but that's totally fine. I'm enjoying this. I'm not in a rush at all. I'm just putting out videos and posting as much content as I can, and just doing videos that I love, and hoping that it's good enough. And so, yeah, I'm just not in a rush at all. Whenever I get to 100 subs, that's when we will celebrate with a video of me telling my husband that this is what I've been doing with my spare time. And so, I think it'll be well received by him. I think he will be proud of me, but I just don't want him watching my videos at all or commenting. Like, ugh, so embarrassing. But anyway, back to the build. So it's a very cramped floor plan, but that was what I pictured in my head. The floor plan is exactly what I had in mind. It's exactly what I had pictured in my head, and I was able to kind of just put it down pretty well, I think. Some things are a little mismatchy. Like, I was thinking, like, what kind of, like, bathroom would a Bohemian off-the-grid house have? There is another bathroom upstairs that does have a shower. I was thinking, though, I should have just done a tub, no shower at all. But, too late, basically. So, yeah, the movie Hangout stuff, is it stuff pack? Yeah, it's no, it's not a game pack. No, it's a stuff pack. All that stuff came in handy because I normally don't really use it because it's a little out there. It's a little much for my taste, but I was excited to be able to use it in this build, and that's kind of what I've been trying to do is just, do different things that I don't normally do. And yeah, so the floor plan, it's not player tested, unfortunately, and I should probably do that. It's already on the gallery, though, so so it's too late, but I should have player tested it. I did have a sim living here, obviously, to take the screenshots, but I didn't have him go through the house at all to use anything. I think everything should be good, though. There's nothing I can really think of that wouldn't work. I'm pretty positive everything's gonna work. It should be just fine. Yeah, it's a small floor plan, but I think that everything's placed in a way that is just fine. So I filled the walls up with as much kind of like junk and stuff as I could. Just as much stuff as I could find. Anything that fit the theme, I put it up. Didn't matter what, like not everything was from the same pack, obviously, but anything that looked kind of cluttery or junky or hippie style, I did. And I was going to make the Sims for this house, and I wish that I had, but unfortunately I did not. I was going to, and then I completely forgot about it, honestly, up until just a few minutes ago, and I was like, oh yeah, I said I was going to do that. But no, I'm not. So yeah, I'm not going to do that part of it, but it would be really fun to do that. So I think if I ever had like hippie Sims, this is where they would be, which I do want to do, and that's the whole point of me doing the aspiration challenge, is you get to try out a whole bunch of different themes and different styles and different lifestyles and different houses, and yeah, just that's what I like about the aspiration challenge, is you get to try everything in the game, and that's what I want to do. It takes a long time. I'm still in the second generation because I spend most of my free time either building or recording or researching new ways to grow my channel or stuff like that. So I haven't really had that much spare time to play. I feel like whenever I'm playing The Sims, I feel like, oh, I should be recording. If I'm playing, I should be recording. So the only time that I ever just play it with my free time is when my husband's home and I can't record. So that's when I just play normally. And I don't ever want to stop doing that because I do feel like a lot of YouTubers just they only play the game when they're recording. Like it's only for a job, and it's not to say they don't enjoy it. I'm sure that they do, but it feels to me like they probably don't play in their spare time. I really doubt it. I think they just record a video a day, and that's the extent of The Sims, and that's just not enough for me. So yeah, I definitely want to be able to keep playing in my spare time. And I think if I did the aspiration challenge on my channel, it would be so many parts. There's like 32 generations, I think, to it. And so it would just be too long. The Not So Berry challenge is taking a really long time. I'm currently on the orange generation, kind of pretty close to getting on to the pink generation though. But it's taking a long time, and I can't imagine how long 32 generations would take if I'm only on like 7 and it's taking a long time, or 6, I think. So I probably will never do that one in the Let's Play. So the upstairs, again, very cramped, very small, but these people are minimalists. They think that they don't need too much stuff, and I love their bedroom, how it's right under that glass roof. I think that's just a really nice space, and when it's raining, it'll feel like it's kind of raining on top of you, and I think I pictured them having 2 boys, a child and a toddler, so they share a room. They've got like a toy box and a little craft station, and just not very much stuff because their parents don't think they need too much. So that, yeah, it's not, I mean, their house is cluttered, but they don't have a lot of nice stuff. It's just random junk they've collected. And of course there's a cellar. I had to make a cellar. I don't know why, honestly. I don't know why I felt like I needed to make a cellar, but I thought it'd be a good idea. My original idea, I think, was to make a bunch of shelves and just fill them with like canned goods and a whole bunch of stuff like that. Because I was also thinking like these people would be prepared for some kind of like disaster, you know what I mean? But, and that's what this was, like not a bomb shelter, but like maybe, or like some kind of panic room, you know what I mean? Like how hippies have like kind of those theories about what's going to happen to the world. And so I was kind of thinking like that's what this space could be for. But then I got down there and I was like, no, I want to fill this up with junk and random stuff. And so I put like that shelf there that's made for a restaurant, but it's got food on it. So I put that there, and like a woodworking table and their Christmas tree, and like bins of like camping stuff, and just a whole bunch of random junk, a chair. And then I also had the idea to use the cobwebs from Seasons? Yeah, from Seasons. So I put those in there too, so it kind of looks like a creepy basement. This actually looks exactly like my basement. I'm not kidding. That is my basement exactly, except way more stuff. A lot more stuff in my basement. Mine is also like a cellar. It's got like the dirt floor and like dirt walls. It's creepy. We don't go down there because, yeah, it's too scary. Anyway, so I put the, I did this alone. I did it again. The wash tub, is that what it's called? And the clothesline back there. And then I did the fire pit as well. I didn't put more than 2 chairs because I felt like that'd be good enough. And then I also got to use one of the cool, funky new mailboxes, which I think is pretty cool. And then I did the swing set. I think I'm getting a little bit better with the landscaping and the terrain paint. I'm starting to understand exactly how it can help you in your builds. I didn't do a great job at the back, how that kind of just trails off and stops at the clothesline, but I didn't know what else to do. So, that was it. And some more hedges and shrubs, and I put some shrubs at the bottom of the trees as well, because I thought it just made it look a lot more detailed. I think it looked a lot better than just if it were just standing there on its own. And just a few more details around the house, and I think that was really all I did. I tried to use the hanging lights, but they didn't really work out that well. Anyway, so we are coming into the screenshots now, so thanks for watching.